Don't make no sense. The residents not slow. They see this.
Yeah, they do, which is why they coming to give you the business. You keep saying they ain't slow. It's like you telling them, y'all are right about me. Keep up the good work. But by the way, stop, coming at me like this. I'm telling y'all smart. Shouldn't that be enough for y'all to let me rob you? I'm just saying, like.
So we did not.
Okay, what about the cars? Now the cars.
As it relates to vehicles,
Thank you.
That would be Keith Freeman question because he the one handles the vehicles, as you know this already.
Oh, and she threw him under the bus. As to the vehicles, the felony part of this, that's Freeman. Freeman, she just threw you under the bus like that. What? You just gonna take that, sir? Hey y'all, it's your girl J9 Eve. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, and get into the comments to let me know what you think about this. So this is last night, July the 1st, 2024. We had a shift. A lot went on. I reacted to it live, but of course, I streamed it live. But of course, you can't really stop it to say anything because it's live. So I want to dissect some of this. Now, this particular part, okay, so we had a jump, okay? Somebody from Tiffany's side had a shift. So let's watch and, I get to react in real time to what is happening. So, yeah. Okay, let's hop in.
May the 31st corporate payments registered $263,794.44. Water fund registered $283,602.57.
Okay.
Federal forfeiture $6. Sewer fund registered $258.61 for total corporate payments of $547,661.62. Their motion to accept these bills is read.
Was you done, Trustee Sandberg? You done? Any discussion?
I do have a superseding motion on this one item. I wanted to request a removal, so I have a superseding motion to approve the bills as read, removing 3CINS LLC.
What's that?
On page 1, $2,887.06. So that would be my superseding motion.
And what is that for?
Good question.
If we have a second, I'll ask about discussion.
Second.
Okay.
All right, it's been motion second. Any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
That was a great point you asked. We want to know what this payment is for because it says lease payment number 16, but reviewing all of the warrant lists all the way back to May of 2021, this is the first time this company has ever been on the warrant list. So we want to know what it is.
Okay, so if you wanted to know what it is, y'all know the protocol. Why did y'all ask questions as it relates to getting the answer before we get to the board meeting?
Oh my God.
We do all this for sure. Got all your answers before. You said that you talked to the village administrator.
The chances of Tiffany answering a question is like, the chances of her coming in there with a different type of wig, even the same type of wig, but just a different one. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna happen. Okay, we're gonna see. We know we can speculate on how she'll be dressed when she come in, but what her head gonna look like, we know. We can be certain. Okay.
The last time he answered your question.
Absolutely. And when I called him,
hold on, I'm not done. So you asked the questions and he answered. So you could have did the same thing prior to this meeting instead of here we go grandstanding.
Yeah, we grandstanding.
If you're not gonna pay it, you're not gonna pay it. If you wanted to answer about it prior to the meeting, y'all could have did the same thing. So we're gonna move on. Call the roll. There's been a motion in a second. Call the roll.
Been a motion in a second. Call the roll.
Don't we have discussion?
Go ahead, clerk.
I am. Please give me time. Trustee Belcher, you have something, Stan?
Yes. Mayor.
Go ahead.
Hey, Keith Freeman, is a possibility that we could get your knowledge on what this is about? Do you have any notice on that?
So, do you have an answer now? Okay,
so
that's called pushback. Tiffany has lost one of her allies. She only had the two in the trustees. She only had the two. There's 6 of them and she only had the 2. And now she's down to 1. And her 1 is going to prison. Just like her, so it makes sense.
We
So
get
they
some
don't-
later then?
Yeah, well, finance department's not here. So that's why I said, why didn't she ask the questions prior to like she did before? So she normally do it before, but why didn't she? So of course we would know right now to tell y'all what it is. So that's why we said, okay. All right, here we go. Call the roll.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
No. Look at that.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay.
Mr. Holmes, she can't save you now. She can't. You going to prison regardless. Your name ain't shit.
She go back over there.
Ooh, look, Tiffany, like, why they over here cackling like this? How dare he over here cackling with this one, with Belcher, my arch nemesis.
All right. Any discussion?
Yes.
Here we go. All right, Belcher, what you got for us?
On this page where Enterprise fleets, I know that the gentleman has stated that the payments were delinquent, and I asked for a copy of the lease. We approved this in September 7th of 2021. Based on because I went back to look at the YouTube, we approved to trade out the vehicles. The vehicles that we have, because we currently had at that time 46 vehicles.
46.
You guys have bought 30 new vehicles.
Okay.
Which totaled $1,105,000 and some change.
Okay.
My question to that was, and I asked I don't know what Devontae's title is at this point, but I asked in reference to did we turn in some vehicles? Because when I looked at the meeting, it said based on we were going to be turning in vehicles for the lease for the fleets. None of the guy, Christopher Fry, who emailed me back, said that none of the vehicles was turned in. So if we didn't turn in any vehicles and we purchased 28 new vehicles, because that's what the exact total is, 28 new vehicles, where are those old vehicles?
Yeah, where they at?
So why don't you think we have those?
You said what?
I said, why you don't think we have those?
Ain't nobody say you didn't have them, bitch. We said where they at. Where are they? Okay, she gonna answer a question with a question. She gonna answer a question with a question. Okay. All right, Tiffany, you can tell. See the silence though that happened before she even said it, before she responded with that question? Okay. Oh, they're getting there. They getting there. Okay.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked me that. I was asking a question, but the reason I'm asking that is because by historically, if you're selling anything, it should go through the board. Because in 2021, you put that you were selling some stuff in the basement and you bought it in front of us and said, this stuff is a surplus, that we have to go in front of the body to sell stuff. But y'all been selling these cars on govdeals.org and it hasn't came across the board.
Oh, selling cars. Selling these cars on govdeals.org. And ain't consulting or putting it on no books or nothing. Where is this? Where either the cars or the money you got for the cars? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they?
First of all, we didn't sell anything from out of the
basement.
Lie.
I got it. Her name is
we
Molly.
did not sell anything from out of the basement. When you guys said you did.
Oh, now you're talking about the basement. She like, no, I'm talking about the basement. The basement stuff. Like that rug that was rolled up in the corner in the basement. We didn't sell that. Bitch, we talking about the cars, okay? We talking about the cars, okay? We talking about a lot of cars. We're talking about a lot of cars. Like 40 fucking cars. Like where the fuck are these cars at? Okay? That's what we talking about. Y'all selling them and ain't putting them on here. We don't know. Where are they or the money you got for them? Where is it?
Did not want to clean. Hold on, you did. When you guys said you did not want to clean Village Charters right when I got in office, all that trash, all that junk, whether it was couches, furniture, is still down there now. So we did not.
Okay, well, how about the cars? Now the cars.
As relates to
conversation-
vehicles,
Go
as
ahead.
relates to vehicles,
Thank
that
you.
would be Keith Freeman question because he the one handles the vehicles, as you know this already.
Oh, and she threw him under the bus. As to the vehicles, you know, the felony part of this, that's Freeman. Freeman, she just threw you under the bus like that. What? You just gonna take that, sir? Oh, damn. You can't expect a Tiffany to be loyal to you, sir. Okay, she's a Tiff. You ain't loyal to her. She ain't loyal to you. Y'all ain't loyal. Y'all are both equally loyal to money. Separately. Okay? Equally, separately. Okay? She just tossed you under the bus on some very casual, on some. Okay, so for your information, that's a question for this guy. All right, Tiff.
But no, but you know all this already. So when we get to the board meeting, I don't understand why we grandstand.
Okay, yeah, whatever, bitch. Now, this is a question. You just said, Tiffany. Okay, Tiffany, you just said that the person with the answer to that question is sitting next to you. They asked the question, and you just said that you know where the answer is, and you said it's with the guy sitting next to you. So why the fuck aren't you shutting the fuck up and looking at him like you want to answer that? Why? Why are you all of a sudden just go now? You gonna try to? This is not the casual, all of a sudden talking about grandstanding that you usually do. Okay, this is in the midst of a question. This is in the midst of a question that the audience has picked up on what Belcher is putting down. Okay, they've picked up on it. They in the audience going, ooh, it ain't looking good, Tiff. It ain't looking good. How about you shut up and let the person that you just threw under the bus talk? How about that?
You said, and I quote, I spoke to Keith Freeman. So if you guys have that type of rapport, why don't you do that before you get here instead of putting on a show? And you would have got your answer instead of putting on a show once again. Okay.
Now, I like this police officer a little bit better. I didn't realize it last night who it was that was doing the shh. But it's this cop guy over here. Now, I'm enjoying his way of doing this way better. You know, freaking Lacey would be like, y'all be quiet or I'm going to clear the room. And he would say that 60 times before the meeting made it full way through because, of course, he can't do shit but threaten people. Okay? But this guy, he's just like, shh, y'all be quiet. Just let him talk, which is a great method because they really do need to be quiet so we can hear what the fuck is happening, okay? I like this much better, much better.
Okay. So
Let them talk it out.
So let me say this, because I think that, for one, you never addressed the fact that it was supposed to go through the board. However, you just wanted to spend it. Two, I did speak to Keith Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
Keith, when I called you about what?
I think that's a.
When I called you, what did I call you about?
Hold up, stop. Before you start with the whole stuttering thing, just relax.
See that? Look. He shoots the insults. Oh my God. Who you gonna insult in jail? Nobody, because they gonna fuck you up. Hey, get it out, man. Get it out. I guess you gotta insult somebody. Okay. And of course they gotta have a vajayjay because you ain't man enough. As tall as you is. That's a real bitch action you got there. You know?
Everybody relax.
Everybody relax.
Here we go. I'm very respectful for everybody. Let's be respectful.
All right,
Citizens, be quiet.
Let them talk.
I think the first thing is that if you did have a question, I think the best thing to do, because you know I would have answered the question, is if you called me. I think I would have answered the question. If I couldn't answer the question, at least I would have been able to tell you I can't answer the question. Second thing is all fleet. Every single vehicle that's in our fleet is being managed by the police department. They have a spreadsheet. And I would have been able to tell you which vehicles have been swapped out and which ones weren't. The other thing is, the last part is to answer all of your questions is that if you and I had a conversation with Chris Fry, then maybe we would have been able to get to the bottom of it. And as opposed to answering it right now, and it's a loaded question and I have nothing in front of me to answer. One more thing too.
That's him trying to put it off on this Fry character.
One thing. I think this is really, really important. And this deal, this enterprise deal, was done prior to me being here.
Correct.
It was a Dorothy Brown deal.
That's correct.
So if I don't have the contract in front of me, and the contract doesn't say, hey, listen, maybe these particular vehicles are being swapped out, this VIN number, swapped out for this amount, then I can't tell you that. So I agree that it's a valid question. But what I think is a better way of communicating with me and probably everybody else, so we don't get all the ahs and ohs, is maybe you can contact.
Oh, you don't mind the I's and O's when they're on your side, though, do you? When the I's and O's are representative of you being caught in a motherfucking lie. Oh, you don't like that. You don't like it. You don't like it. Okay.
And maybe we can continue the relationship that we have.
Yeah, nah.
Communicating prior to us getting here. That would have been respectful, so we wouldn't just be put on the hook like this.
That's true.
Yeah, I hear you coming here talking about she's stuttering. Bitch, you know what? You don't need to be using the word respect, all right?
True, and you know what? And I definitely appreciate that. But as our conversation went, when I asked about why our agenda items wasn't on there, and he said, "Well, you know," then that conversation when the mayor was not available, it should have been that somebody would have got back to us. So I'm not trying to put you on the hook for anything. She the one said talk to you about it. I know exactly when it took place. Dorothy Brown was here. The lease was signed October 15th. I don't need you, me, and and Chris Fry on there. What my conversation was to you about, or to the board or whoever is running the day-to-day operations, is that if these are something that not even the cars, the fact that selling anything that's a surplus goes in front of the board of trustees.
That part.
Am I not right?
You're right about that, but
Okay.
we didn't have a conversation about that on the phone.
Don't matter. They was being sold and it wasn't brought up. That's the point. They were not bringing it up with the trustees. It was selling them and they were not bringing it up to the trustees. So where the money at? Where the cars are, where the money at? It's illegal. It's illegal. So everything you saying now, sir, is just, prison time.
That's
you didn't
true.
mention that on the phone. What you mentioned to me is that you would like to place on the agenda a discussion item. You didn't say, and I quote, "I want to discuss this prior to me putting it on the agenda." That's one. The second thing is that part of that agreement may say that you are swapping out whatever those vehicles are. And I can't have an intelligent conversation with you about that if it's not in front of me. I think to be helpful to one another, so I can be prepared, so that the mayor can be prepared, and everyone in our administration can be prepared, it would have been better served for us to have that conversation prior to now.
Yeah, that's what they be saying. But y'all don't be talking to them. They be trying to find out stuff. Y'all don't be wanting to give them no information. Y'all want to hide shit, okay? Which they still keeping Lightfoot out from certain information. They still hiding this shit, okay? They're being sued about this already by a news channel. Hiding from the Open Act. This is Open Information Act. They are forced to reveal these things. They steady hiding this shit. And now here he talking about, I think it would have been better, of course, for us if we had been given a heads up about this thing you done caught us in. I bet it would have.
That's fine. Take the cars out. The issue is anything that goes as a surplus that's being sold by the Village of Dawson, does it go in front of the Board of Trustees? Yes or no?
Yes. Now, can I ask you a question? May I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Do you have a copy of the contract with Enterprise in front of you that says that, hey, listen, these are a list of vehicles that could be swapped out that was already prior approved for the board?
Look at Belcher. That's my girl. She said, oh, do I have what? Do I have who? Do I have what? Slim Shady. Yes, I do. I definitely do. Of course I do. I am Belcher. Okay? I'm Belcher. Yes. Yes, bitch, you asked the wrong question to the wrong fucking person. Yes, I do have it. Didn't expect that, did you?
For the board.
Absolutely. You know I do.
Oh,
and I got the email that says, "Hi, Kiana. Attached is the current active lease schedules as well as the list in the Excel of current vehicles on the lease with Enterprise. I don't see where we ever received a vehicle to sell on your behalf or to trade in. Also, I've attached a master lease agreement in case that you need it for a reference. I'll work on pulling all of the invoices. Please let me know about payment."
So you answered the question yourself.
No.
The question. Listen. No. Listen. Wait. Hold on.
That's not the question.
No.
Because I have a separate list of the
you're not
Excel sheet
listening to
of
what I'm
cars
saying.
that have been sold.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you guys already have a master list of the vehicles that are supposed to be sold.
It's not you guys. Kiana does.
Ooh, I know that's right.
Trustee Belcher, if you have a master list of the vehicles that are always supposed to be sold, then you already agreed to it as a board.
No.
And without,
this is the list of cars that we purchased, not.
What the fuck? He pulled that one out of there. So if a Belcher's walking around in a park and picks up a rock, then that means the board just agreed that rocks exist. Like, no, bitch. Belcher just found a rock. That's all that happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
to be sold.
That's what I asked. That's the question.
This is the list of cars
No.
that we purchased.
You missed the question.
Okay, guys. So you do know this is on
was.
Look at that. Look. Now Tiffany trying to. Okay, y'all. Y'all do know that, I'm going to jail. Oops, did I say that out loud? Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Tiffany. You said it with your mind subliminally. Okay? That's how you said it.
If they're selling anything, it should go in front of the board. Excuse me?
You know this is on the agenda item, so I guess we're not going to discuss it no longer after y'all get done.
I mean, as long you keep putting a fire mic on there, so as many times as we can put it on there, we can.
No, what I'm saying is you're discussing it now. We're in the middle of bills. That's our item.
This is a financial issue,
and that's fine. But I'm saying it's on the agenda for discussion. So why would we not?
Financial issue.
And we're gonna
forget it. All right, Keith, that's enough.
No, we're gonna talk it. We're gonna talk about it then too. Yes, we are.
All right, what else? Anything else? That's it. We done. With it.
I do have one comment. If I
go ahead.
I just want to, and this is more a matter of record because I heard the firefighter make mention about the bills not being paid, or that the board were not responding. On this warrant list, I'm looking at the Dalton Professional Firefighters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 payments, one from an April 5th payday, one from May 17th payday, one from December 29th, 23 payday, one from April 19th payday, one from May 31st, and one from 6/14, totaling $5,980. That is included on this list. It's included for payment, but I want to make sure that the hardworking firemen know that the board is just seeing this for the first time, and we're glad to approve these items when they are presented. Thank you.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
When we discuss bills, and this is mainly just so we're clear for the residents. The point is that there's a mismanagement of money, and they're not prioritizing the spending. Mm-hmm. That's the entire part. That's the household for us, because as residents, our goal is to make sure that when you all call, you all have these services. Mm-hmm. But if they continue to mismanage the money, when they're sitting in first class seats, but they can't fix the streets, that's a problem.
There you go.
You
should have liked that one, Tiffany. You like rhymes. Tiffany loves rhymes. She probably loved that. She's like, oh, was that an ode to me?
An issue where even when we talk about the leases, the issue of the leases coming up is the fact that, yes, we did as a board vote on the enterprise contract because we did feel as if it was necessary to have newer cars for our employees. However, when you have $1 million in leases that we did not approve, the issue is that we cannot afford it. Let's take the Tahoes back with all of that interest and pay the firefighters what is due to them moving forward. There are other ways to spend this money. We're not prioritizing. Everything is a party. There's nothing to celebrate when you have employees that are not being taken care of the right way.
Exactly. Just saying.
They're not being compensated properly. So again, these things are not being brought in front of the board. And what happens is we're going broke. And we continue to say this, and this is a big issue. So again, I'm going to say there's a lack of transparency. We know that there's a lot of things that's going on that we don't even know about, such as with the credit card statements. They continue to refuse to give us those. They increased that credit card limit from $20,000 a month to $50,000 a month. And every month it's replenishing and things are being spent every month. And of course, it's unbeknownst to the board. So again, residents, these are issues. These are the reasons why you see us have this back and forth, because you all need to know how the money is being spent. I heard her make a comment regarding taxes. It's unbelievable to me that you sit here and tell a resident that we're the reason why their taxes are increasing when we all know that you don't follow a budget. So common sense tells us all, anybody who have a household, that when you don't follow a budget, you cause a deficit. Any money that's not approved for, so that $1 million skating rink that wasn't approved for, guess what? The taxpayers have to pay for it somehow. So whether the board approved it or not, we are all still paying for it, because again, with a deficit, anytime there's overspending, that difference is on the backs of the taxpayers. So despite the things that are going on in the South suburbs in general, you have a leader who continues to spend, and that's the reason why taxes are increasing, because they cannot follow a budget to save their lives. Thank you.
So in the end, everybody made their little victory speech. Hey, great. But the truth is,
oh, Tiffany. Oh. It's like all the steam is out of her little boat. The little steamboat is just stagnant and she gotta paddle her way back to shore. And then the feds will be waiting for her there. Tiffany, why you sound so sad? Don't be like trying to break my heart. Trying to break my heart. Oh, that's just terrible. Where all your energy at? This is weird. They're like, Tiffany's not her normal self. It's like she knows she going to jail or something.
is you guys don't pay people because you pull them off the warrant list. The residents not slow. They see what's going on. You saying pay the vendors, they did the work. But yet y'all just took a ton of people off from getting paid. They did the work, right? Then pay them. Approve it. But y'all won't do it. But everybody give a speech about, hey, we're not paying people. That's because the board chooses not to pay certain people. You take certain people off. That's called targeting. And I get it because you guys want to control the narrative of everything, but you're the one creating all the chaos and all the misunderstanding. Because once again, I've stated before, if you really wanted answers, you would call. I always say call me, none of y'all call me. And you would come and sit down and talk about whatever you feel you don't like, don't understand. But you guys don't do that. It's all about a show for everybody now. And that's what's so sad. So then when we get out here, we got to try to lie to the public about whatever's going on. Just like how y'all talking about the firemen and they came up. Of course, you know, I'm going to get to the bottom of whatever it is. I'm going to do a whole video about it. Because just because somebody say something, don't make it true. Don't make it.
Bitch, we don't need a video about what the fireman was talking about. They need their stuff, okay? They need their money. They need to have fucking health insurance, for God's sakes. I can't express to you how weird it is that the firefighters would not have their health insurance wouldn't be straight. But you got a Fiji bottle, bitch. You know what I'm saying? If they don't have health insurance, if the firefighters don't have health insurance, if they don't have health insurance, bitch, you should definitely not have a Fiji bottle. You shouldn't have this bottle, okay? You shouldn't have this bracelet, okay? This microphone ain't necessary. You need to just yell real loud, okay? All right. Ain't nobody coming to repo this wig because don't nobody want no parts of that. But, you know, this suit, you need to take it back to the store.
It's factual until you fact check it. How you know what's true? And then you guys just allowing everybody's name about people taking things. No one's taking anything.
Oh, ain't nobody taking nothing?
For what? So all I'm saying to y'all is like, come on, man. Get some clarity to the why and want to help community. You guys on this board for 4 years and I ain't see y'all do nothing at all, but keep up chaos and mess and confusion.
Yeah. That's it. Stop telling people stuff. Y'all over here telling the community about how they about to be broke and bankrupt, you know. Stop it. You're confusing them. Just let them think they're okay. You come in telling them that they're not okay. You're just confusing them. It ain't right.
You guys are supposed to do what? Legislate. Y'all don't even do that. But y'all go have y'all little secret squirrel meetings and y'all put whatever y'all want for y'all agenda on the agenda. And then
but then you won't put it on there. Don't forget that part. They try to get it on there, then you don't put it on there.
Come to the actual board meeting and cry about what y'all feel y'all can't do, but y'all go to the other meeting and do what y'all want to do. Don't make no sense. The residents not slow. They see this. And all I'm saying to y'all is like,
yeah, they do, which is why they coming to give you the business. You keep saying they ain't slow. It's like you telling them, y'all are right about me. Keep up the good work. But by the way, stop, coming at me like this. I'm telling y'all smart. Shouldn't that be enough for y'all to let me rob you? I'm just saying, like, quid pro quo.
Talk before you get to the board meeting. Have conversations about something that's on the agenda before you get to the board meeting. So everybody will be prepared. Because when y'all ask the question, half the time they don't have it in front of them. But y'all job is to try to make people look like they doing something that they're not. Then when they get
how about when not them, but Belcher. How about when Belcher come in there with some evidence, she come in there with copies. Enough for everybody in the building. Here, she tried to put one in front of you once. You stood up and tried to fight her. She stood up and tried to fight her. I did a video about that. Okay? She stood up and was like, this ain't what you want, bitch. Because she tried to give you information that you tried to say she was lying about. She said the thing that passed out to everybody what she was talking about. And you was like, don't put that in front of me. I don't want to see that shit. So it was a night full of excitement. Okay? Brown has come over to our side, you know what I'm saying, to the right side of history. And then Holmes is still left over here, of course, doing the bidding of the Tiff. And even Tiff can't stand him because what good is he now? And now he's just a representative of the type of people who would stick by her side. Everybody left except for the federal crime criminal. You know, like everyone except the new to be felon. Okay, Mr. Holmes, and that's all you have to support you now, Tiff. You're going to jail, and Freeman's going with you. But thanks for throwing him under the bus. That was hilarious. That's gonna cause a new rift. Okay, because he act like he didn't react to that, but trust me, he was feeling it when she said it, which is gonna cause him to retaliate in small ways, passive aggressively, with her. And I'm here for all of that. Okay, y'all behave, because I'm not gonna do it. Absolutely not. I just can't. I could, but I won't. And you know how it goes. Okay, but Mama love you. Yes, she do. Ooh.